Welcome back. Now, here's a phrase you've certainly heard or perhaps said yourself. New year, new me. Every January 1st, people commit to bettering themselves. And one place they flock to is MasterClass. The subscription platform offers video lessons with top professionals in all sorts of industries. Let's name a few of those. It has lessons from Bob Iger, Martha Stewart, Indra Nooyi, and it goes beyond business. MasterClass says one of their most popular classes is on hostage negotiation right now. David Rogier is the CEO of MasterClass. He joins me now from Los Angeles. Great to have you on, sir. So let's just start with this. Are MasterClass subscriptions directly correlated to New Year resolutions? Do you see an uptick in business? Have you seen an uptick in business since January 1st?
Absolutely, we have. And it is the things that you expect. I want to get more healthy. I want to lose weight. I want to improve things at work. And so we see the types of classes that spike are ones like we have a brand new class on gut health. Basically, everything that you eat impacts what your mood is, impacts how you feel. So we have that class that we saw a big spike in. We also have a class from James Clear, who is the author of Atomic Habits, and that's not only on how to start a new habit, but how to make sure that you keep it.
I'm taking notes. Gut health and atomic habits. Really good stuff to start my year off on. Look, you launched in 2015. You had a few instructors. How's demand shifted relative to what humanity is experiencing, whether collectively, like we saw in the pandemic, where we were all making bread, sourdough, and so forth, versus the geopolitical issues, which perhaps more contained, but definitely seem to, gain the interest from so many people around the world?
There's definitely been a big shift. What we saw in the pandemic was everybody had tons of time, and we also had a brand new hobby, right? So we all wanted to go deep on that brand new thing. Now what we're seeing is, with all the instability happening in the world, where that goes is, number one, it puts a lot more strain and stress on our personal relationships. So classes that we have that help you deepen those and work on those, we actually see a large spike. The other area we see a large spike in is with the wave of AI coming. And one of the ways that we can work with that is to actually work on the skills that AI won't be able to do. So soft skills, things like empathy, and on influence. So we're also seeing a rise in those. And then the third bucket, just as you mentioned, is trying to really understand what is going on in the world from a political standpoint, from an economic standpoint, and what we can do about it. And so we are seeing also a spike in those classes.
Yeah, it's super interesting, because we know that one of the most popular right now on hostage negotiations, which is really fascinating. Clearly, it is correlated with what we're seeing in Israel and Gaza right now. What do you make of that? I mean, in terms of, the interest that we've been seeing that perhaps flow with the world news, trends and some of the biggest items that we see in our headlines?
Yeah, it's really it is an interesting thing to see. The classes that you are talking about is from Chris Voss. Chris Voss was the former head of the FBI hostage negotiation team, and his class, he talks about real hostages and how he helped to save them. But he's also teaching a lot about how to apply it into your everyday life. And so the biggest spike in his class are the chapters of how you can apply those same skills into things at work to get a raise, things with your kids, and then also just things at work as well.
Yeah. So really fascinating. I want to end off on a high note. My daughter keeps watching me, watching MasterClass videos. And I said to her, these are lessons on how to do things. And she said, well, is there a lesson on how to become a real princess? She is 6 years old. Perhaps you can find someone to do a video for MasterClass. in the future on that?
Love that idea. That is it. That hasn't been on our list yet, but I will look into it. That's a really great idea. Please thank
All
her.
right. David Rogier, great to have you. Thank you so much. You've got an incredible story and doing amazing things for people that want to expand their skills. I appreciate it, and Happy New Year to you, sir.